Hi, everybody. It's Katie with OceanCity.com, and I am so thrilled to have Kat Von D here to kick off Boardwalk Rock this weekend. Hi, Kat. How are you?
Super good.
I'm so glad that you're able to join us today. I know you're super busy. How pumped are you to come and just really, you're kicking off Boardwalk Rock. Like you are like one of the
Yeah,
first people.
I know. I'm excited, and it's a very intimidating but exciting lineup. So I just feel like honored to be in the same sentence with all of the amazing acts. I think
Like
it's going to be amazing.
I never think of people that are in like the spotlight, like you guys, like getting intimidated over, other people. Do you even get intimidated? Like you're in front of
I
millions
mean,
of people all the time.
I think like when I use the term like anxiousness, it's more of like a thrill than a nervousness, because um, I think it's pretty hard to embarrass me. I don't get embarrassed very easily, but I think that I'm just very aware of how lucky I am to be in a position to be able to play in such a show.
Oh, sure.
When my manager brought up this idea of playing this festival, I was like, let's do it. And I think for me too, intimidating, I mean, because I look at the lineup and a lot of it is like, more in the hard rock world. And I make more electronic music. It still has darkness to it, but I like the 80s, I like that nostalgic synth pop feel. So my bandmate and I were like, hopefully we don't, people don't hate us.
Oh my God. People will be flocking to you. Like you're
I
kicking
hope
off
so.
everything. Like no pressure or anything, but
Yeah.
you got to set the bar pretty high for the rest of the weekend.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And my dad's coming out too, so it'll be his first time coming to like a festival, so it'll be good.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Do you actually get
Yeah.
to spend more than one day in Ocean City, or are you like kind of an in and out kind of thing?
You know what? We're gonna be I'm actually driving in from Philly because like it's crazy how so many people are coming. It's, every airline is booked, every hotel room seems to be booked. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fly into Philly and just take a little road trip with my dad. So we'll be there
Oh,
just for Saturday.
oh,
Yeah.
perfect. And
And
hopefully the weather,
I'm
like,
actually like secretly excited because I'm a fan of Flyleaf and so I've been talking with Lacey like via text for a few months now, and it'll be the first time I get to meet her in person. So, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll make some music in the future too.
so you're like fangirling too, like artists
Yeah.
fangirl over other artists too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the biggest fan of music. I think it's why I got into it. I think out of all the mediums out there, music has always been the most crucial like form of self-expression. And I think it's healthy to be a fan of things. Like too many people try to be the cool guy and like they just want to be like, haters and stuff. And I'm like, I will buy the t-shirt. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, you said, you got into the music world. A lot of people probably know you from like Miami Ink. and LA Ink. from a long time ago. What was the transition like from like the TV world to the music world? Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of, like you said, I think a lot of people know me from the tattoo world and or from when I had a makeup line. And I think what most people don't know is that I've been classically trained in piano since I was from the age of 5. So music has always been my, biggest form of inspiration out of all the mediums that I've ever done. And I think, you know, although I still love the art of tattooing, for me it's very one-on-one. My experience with each client is very intimate and you connect on a very singular level, whereas with music it's exciting for me because I get to cast a broader net. And when I play shows and I see people like singing along to my lyrics, it's like we connect in a communal way, and I think that's very cool. There's not many ways outside of music that you can do that. I
Oh,
think
for
that's really
sure.
cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
When you are writing your own music, are you more so kind of like pouring your heart out? Is it more of like a diary kind of form for you?
Yeah.
Like tell me about the writing process for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like that for a lot of people. You're processing whatever chapter you are in your life, and like when this is my second album that I've been touring, and even when I look at my first album, although I'm proud of it, still I've already worked through a lot of those feelings, so it feels like I'm not as excited to play the old stuff as I am the newer things. And I think that will always be the case. You know, you just kind of keep topping yourself as much as you can, and also being better at your craft. You know, I feel like the more practice anybody has, the better you're going to be. So, yeah, and I do see it as a form of, I guess, like a diary entry in a way. But the cool thing about music is that at the end of the day, it's the person listening to it can interpret lyrics and they can relate in whatever, is happening within their own world too. So,
Right,
you know,
right. So people come to listen to your music as a way to escape maybe some things that they're going through, or maybe just as a release. Who were your musical releases? Who did you gravitate towards like growing up?
yeah, I mean, I love a lot of post-punk. I love like bands like The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Depeche Mode. I tend to, I think the 80s is my era. Like I just love, I think what's very attractive to me about the 80s is the marriage between like the robot and the soul, so you have elements of electronic music, but there's still that human fingerprint, like when you listen to lyrics and the singing of music from that era, it's like it's not like techno, which there's nothing wrong with techno, but
Right.
there's still like the human soul connection to it. So yeah, I think that's why I love that era. And
I thought
I
you were
don't
going to say
necessarily
like
think
the hair, like the 80s hair. I thought you were connecting to that.
I love that too. I love the glam.
I
Yeah, it
love
was a
when
very
people go to
special.
concerts and they dressing up and they're like really like
Yeah,
all plunked out. I like seeing that kind of stuff. It like makes it more of a vibe, you know?
yeah, and I think too, as an artist, I feel like an obligation to become that on stage, because as a fan, when I go and see a band play, I really appreciate when people are superheroes, because that's what we want in this life. Like we want to be able to look up to something and get excited about something, and so I like the era of people, having stage presence with, whether it's costuming or dance moves or whatever.
Right, right.
I think it's important.
For sure. We had a couple questions come in from some fans, and
Okay.
they wanted to know when you have a sore throat or like you're going through like a cold, what's the best drink concoction to get your voice back together?
I mean, I think the classic tea, ginger is going to be, your best bet, honey. But I like to power through. Like, it obviously depends on how bad your ailment is, but I do power through more with vocal exercises that are designed for that, so that you're not going to cause any more damage than you would if you didn't. So,
Very good advice.
yeah, obviously consult with your own vocal coach for that, but.
Another question was, who are some of the artists that you would love to collaborate with, like your dream collaborations?
Um, I like a lot of indie bands. So, currently I've been listening to a band from France called Perturbator, and they're like a very dark synthwave band it's they're very very cool. And but I also like a lot of pop stuff. I like the singer Ellie Goulding. I love Vantagram. I think I would. There's tons of people that I would love to make music with, but yeah,
Maybe
open
they're
open.
listening and maybe they're like, oh, we have to like reach out to her right now. Listen up.
Yeah,
She
totally.
wants more collaborations. I
Awesome.
know you're going on tour soon, correct? You're going overseas. Where are you looking
Yep.
forward to going to the most?
There's a few places. I haven't been back overseas in quite some time, so I'm excited to go to the Czech Republic. We're playing a festival out there, which I'm excited about, and yeah, I think all the Germany dates. I haven't been. I just haven't been back to Europe in so long, so it'll be exciting. But yeah, I'm excited about the whole tour.
Well, but before you go over to Europe, you're coming to Ocean City May 17th to rock out Boardwalk Rock. You are one of the first to come. We are so excited. You are going to be on the Thunder stage at 1:15 on Saturday. Everybody, 1:15. Let's go see
Yes,
you,
yes.
right?
Yeah, come and party with me.
We are so excited to have you in Ocean City and we can't wait to see you.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't wait.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, bye.
Bye.